Studying in UK versus Malta, which is better? Study abroad comparison. The UK seems to have everything to offer everybody, no matter your nature. Whether it's the fast-paced lifestyle of London you're looking for or the more laid-back culture of Edinburgh, as a prospective international student, you will fall in love with one of the United Kingdom's many popular study abroad destinations. The country is home to some of the world's most prestigious and oldest universities scattered from the mountains of Scotland to the shores of England. The United Kingdom, which is a conglomeration of 4 countries, England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, is home to some of the best universities in the world, with the current best university for 2020, Oxford University, domiciled in the country. On the other hand, Malta is a small island in the Mediterranean Sea. The former British colony received over 87,000 international students in 2018, which was 20% of the island's total population. The country shares a lot of similarities with the UK in the education sector, having been colonized by the UK. Malta is regarded as one of the safest places in Europe. The country, with its over 300 days of sunshine in the year, offers a great deal of outdoor fun for adventure-seeking students. If you are looking to decide between studying in Malta and the UK, this video is a side-by-side comparison that will hopefully help you make a decision. If you're new here, consider subscribing to After School Africa for more educative videos like this. Please note that this video is for information purpose only. We advise that you seek professional advice and do your own research to make your choice according to your objectives. University rankings. Comparing the quality of education you get in the UK with Malta seems like an absurd comparison. For starters, the UK has over 130 universities while Malta has only 15. The UK is also the second top country in the Times Higher Education rankings after the USA. The country's top 3 universities, the University of Oxford, the University of Cambridge, and Imperial College London, are ranked 1st, 2nd, and 9th in the world respectively. What about Malta? Well, if you were going through the Times Higher Education rankings, you would have to be awfully patient before you get to a column that has Malta beside it. Malta's lone public university, the University of Malta, is the highest ranked university in the country and seats in the 601 to 800 column. It is also the only Maltese university in the rankings, as no other university in the country made the list. UK universities clearly have the edge in university rankings. Let us see how well both countries fare in other areas. Teaching style comparison. In the UK, students engage in lectures, seminars, workshops, and other group-based academics. Students are, however, expected to study on their own than in groups. Both countries encourage students to interact with their professors and express differing opinions when necessary. This fosters a cordial and understanding relationship between the student and the teacher. In Malta, undergraduate degrees are usually offered for 3 years, including law, which typically is studied for 4 or 5 years in other countries. The country encourages group work among students, but students are expected to study on their own rather than in groups. Tuition fees. In the UK, tuition fees for undergraduate students begin at $14,000 to $54,000 for medical degrees. For programs that are classroom-based at undergraduate level, the tuition fee is in the range of $5,500 to $45,000. For laboratory-based programs, tuition fees range from $17,000 to $38,000, depending on the level of study. Tuition fees for EU students in public schools in Malta are non-existent. For non-EU nationals, however, tuition fees are a little bit on the high side. The state-owned University of Malta is one of the cheapest universities for international students. Tuition fees here range from $1,010 to $6,030. Tuition fees in other universities on the island can cost as much as $17,000. Malta has the advantage of having cheaper tuition fees to offer or even no fees for EU citizens. Cost of living comparison. The cost of living in the UK is quite high, as you would need a budget of about $17,200 for accommodation, feeding, and other utilities for a year while studying in the UK. This budget rises when you study in London and other large UK cities. You would then need a budget of around $21,500 per year. Cost of living in Malta is much cheaper than in the UK. This, however, differs depending on what part of the island you will be studying. If you choose to live in a bigger city, then you will have higher costs than smaller cities and towns. On average, you should budget between $550 and $1,200 per month. This accounts for accommodation, groceries, and travel. Scholarship availability. The UK by far has more scholarship opportunities available to students than Malta. This may not be all that surprising, given the fact that UK has more universities compared to the small nation. The UK also has more fully funded scholarships, while the bulk of those available to students in Malta are partially funded. Some of the renowned scholarships available to international students in UK include the Chevening Scholarship and the Commonwealth Scholarships. Check the description below for videos on top scholarships in the UK and things you need to know about studying in Malta. Ability to work while studying. Just like with most countries in Europe, Malta allows international students to work for a specific period of time. Non-EU international students are only allowed to work for up to 20 hours a week. You would have to get a job before you can apply for a work permit. Before you can be issued a work permit, you must show proof of at least 80% class attendance. As a non-EU student studying in the UK, your student visa means that you're able to work up to 20 hours per week in a part-time job. The UK also has a guaranteed minimum wage, meaning you could earn a minimum of £118 before tax per week to help fund your studies. You are also allowed to work full-time during the holidays. Both countries offer great work and study options for students, but the UK's minimum wage might mean you earn more over there. Language comparison. English is the language of communication in the UK. As such, you do not need to worry about learning a new language when moving to study in the country. Malta has 3 official languages: Maltese, Maltese Sign Language, and English. Another common language you will hear is Italian, which is spoken and understood by 66% of the population. Courses in Malta are offered in either Maltese or English. But institutions such as the University of Malta offers courses only in English. For admission requirements, you are likely to provide either TOEFL or IELTS score to prove your proficiency in English. If quality education is your major criteria, the UK obviously is a better study abroad option, but Malta offers less expensive option. The better choice between the two ultimately rests with your objectives. The two are great destinations and offer different experience to international students. Would you prefer to study in the UK or Malta? Let us know in the comment section. If you found this video helpful, thumb up and share it with someone. If you're yet to subscribe to After School Africa, now is a good time to hit the subscribe button. Until next time, your success matters.